the wealthy, successful, money making traders. This is your trader's friend. Thank you for joining me for another video. Guys, I'm so glad you can be here with me. And today I want to talk to you about my two trading rules. I am a subscriber of the Keep It Simple Sexy method. My two trading rules are: only enter on a valid trade setup, number one. And number two, if it closes your previous candle, cut that trade. And I will show you what I mean by both of those rules. But before I do this, let me shrink the market and show you what's been going on in my chart as of late. So in markets like this that are just absolutely nonsensical markets, you must adhere to strict trading rules. Otherwise, this market will eat you alive. So let's get a prime example of what I mean by both of those things. So here you have a flagship reversal candle. If you enter on this candle and price then comes back to close below that, if this candle is then engulfed by a bearish engulfing candle and it closes anywhere below this, you are out of that market. So you enter on this valid flagship candle, you close if, I'm sorry, you enter after this valid flagship candle. If price then comes to close that candle, you are out of that market. Now in markets like this, absolutely watch out for these trick run-ups that have no support. And when I say support, I mean that you don't have a bullish candle that continues that price action in a bullish manner. So you can see we've been traveling along this bullish run for a little while, and then you got this crazy run-up candle that goes nowhere. If you get a candle like this, you don't have to wait until price closes below that. You can cut that at any time that you feel that you don't need to be in this trade. So let's talk about the colors that are on my chart. Right now I am in this tight little range where you got this breakout candle, and what I've been waiting on is for price to then come back again, retest that low, and to get a reversal signal again so I can enter this, possibly enter this again. So this is from the bottom to the top of that bullish candle, and you can see how many minutes price has been contained therein. Let's go to the larger candle setups so you can see what these other colors are from. So this color is from the weekly time frame, and you can see that we have been in this range now for quite a while on the weekly chart. This color is from the hourly chart, and you can see when you have a nonsensical market like this, it is absolutely imperative that you adhere to very strict trading rules, because this is a piranha market that will eat you alive otherwise. You sit in these kind of markets and you wait for the breakout with the idea that price is going to continue in the direction of the breakout for a while. That has not been true in this market this week. You'll break out in one direction, you'll break out in another. You have a strong, and this is the hourly time frame, so this is literally days of chop before you get the next breakout. That is not Continuing. So in a market like this, adherence to these rules are especially important. Let me go back to the 1 minute and see. I was just coming back to see if I needed to cut that particular trade. So in markets like this, you don't have a whole lot of direction. The most important thing that you can do for yourself is to adhere to very strict trading rules. And make no mistake, if price then comes back to reclose this candle, I am out of this market. But I'm hoping that price will continue. And actually, I am going to pause and rebuy that. Sorry about that, traders, but that looked like a really good buy opportunity. But what I was saying, if price comes back to then close this large candle, and I'll blow it up for you some, then I'm out of this market. So you can see how this particular triangle is from the bottom to the top of that range. And what I'm hoping is that price will then come back to break out of that market. And you can see I entered in on this valid signal. So you got to see me do what it is that I said that I was going to do live. So that is the valid signal that I entered in on. That signal also may fail, and we'll get to see that. And if it does, and I'm sorry, I'm thinking because my initial stop was under this candle. Because I was thinking if it does, we'll just go ahead and cut both of these trades. But I'm going to hold off for this particular close. Sorry, my neighbor's car alarm is going off. But you can see how we came back to test the low of this candle. Almost, but we did not break and close below. But I would have shown you a break and close below live if it had then come to engulf that, and it still may do so. These markets are the most frustrating markets because we all love trending markets, but most of the time your market will not trend for you, especially this time of year. So when you're trading in markets like this, keep in mind that it's not going to yield a whole lot of pips for you. So you have to, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about whether I should keep this video or go ahead and cut it. But I'm going to keep it. It's feeling a little bit lengthy, but I'm going to go ahead and keep that market. Let's look at this from the 5-minute time frame as well, so you can see how we were in this trading range. And this is actually where I got out early this morning, and I'm now just re-entering this market. So I got in on the bearish side last night, and this is where I went to bed before the market then continued up. And you can see what I mean by entering on a valid trade setup on the 1-minute time frame. Let's get right there because I took that off. So on the 1-minute time frame, I noted this double bottom, and then we got the break and close above the middle of that double bottom. Price then continued on in a bullish manner. We came back to retest that same area before price, before price took off again in a bullish manner. So I just wanted to remind you, keep it simple, sexy. The market is difficult enough without difficult trading rules to hold you down. I want to remind you that you can absolutely do this. You can be successful. It, sorry, I am distracted by the market. But I want to remind you that you can absolutely do this. You can be successful at Forex. Enjoy an amazing, wonderful, pip filled trading day.